Every once in a while, Hollywood is shaken by a story so unexpected that it leaves fans, critics, and even insiders stunned. This time, it is not about a red carpet appearance or a glamorous magazine cover. Instead, it is about private messages that suddenly found their way into the public eye. The star at the center of this storm is none other than Blake Lively. Known for her elegance or charisma and her ability to balance fame with family life, Blake is now facing headlines that no celebrity ever wants to see. Leaked messages have begun to shape her ongoing legal battle, and the world is watching closely in today's video. We are going to dive deep into the unfolding drama surrounding Blake Lively. We will explore the background of her legal challenges and explain how leaked private messages are now playing a surprising role. We will also look at how the media has reacted, how fans have voiced their opinions, and how social media has fueled the fire even more. This is not just about gossip. It is about how privacy, celebrity culture, and the justice system collide in front of millions of curious eyes. Before we examine the leaked messages and their impact, it is important to understand who Blake Lively is in the eyes of Hollywood and the public. She rose to fame through her iconic role in Gossip Girl, which became one of the most talked about shows of its time. Her role as Serena van der Woodsen was more than just a character. It turned her into a cultural symbol of style, glamour, and influence. After Gossip Girl, she moved into film projects, building a reputation as a versatile actress. Movies like The Shallows Age of Adeline and A Simple Favor showcase her ability to carry complex roles and maintain audience attention. Beyond acting, Blake became known for her real-life image as well. She is often praised for her marriage to Ryan Reynolds. Together, they are seen as one of Hollywood's most admired couples. They share witty humor online and appear grounded despite their fame. She is also a mother, and many fans admire how she balances her career with her family life. This wholesome public image makes the current controversy even more shocking, because people do not expect a star like Blake Lively to be caught in such an intense legal storm. To truly understand the weight of the leaked messages, we need to step back and examine the roots of Blake Lively's current legal situation. Every legal dispute has layers, and this one is no different. The entertainment industry is built on contract agreements and business deals that often stretch far beyond what the public sees on screen. Stars are not only actors or actresses, they are also brands. They are linked to agencies, production houses, endorsements, and legal teams that manage every part of their careers. When a disagreement arises, it can quickly turn into a courtroom battle. For Blake, Lively reports suggest that her dispute is tied to obligations with past collaborators and industry professionals. Some of these disagreements appear to involve financial commitments, while others relate to contractual obligations. These are not unusual in Hollywood. Many actors have found themselves in similar situations when a project does not move forward as planned or when money does not flow as expected. What makes Blake's case more complicated is the visibility. She is not an unknown figure. She is a household name. So when even the smallest legal filing surfaces, it immediately makes headlines. This magnifies the issue and transforms what might otherwise be a private negotiation into a public spectacle. The controversy escalated when private messages allegedly linked to Blake or her team were leaked. These messages quickly circulated across online platforms. While the exact source of the leak remains unclear, the timing could not have been more significant. The messages appeared just as her legal battle was heating up. Leaked content has always had the power to alter the course of public opinion. In this case, the messages were interpreted by some as revealing details that could either strengthen or weaken her position in court. Others viewed them as a glimpse into the private communications of a star who has long been admired for her grace and polished image. The content of the messages was dissected by fans, media outlets, and even legal analysts. Were they authentic? Were they taken out of context? Did they support the claims being made against her, or did they reveal that her side of the story was stronger? These questions quickly spread online, and each answer seemed to generate even more debate. The problem with leaked material is that once it is public, it cannot be unseen. Even if later proven false, the damage to reputation can linger. For a celebrity like Blake Lively, whose image is carefully crafted over years of work, the fallout can be severe. Once the leaked messages hit the internet, the media wasted no time in picking up the story. Major entertainment outlets, as well as smaller celebrity blogs, began publishing articles within hours. Each outlet framed the situation in its own way. Some focused on the legal implications, while others emphasized the personal angle. This is how the media cycle works. A single leak becomes a seed for dozens of headlines, each designed to capture attention and spark conversation. Television programs and online talk shows also entered the discussion. Analysts debated whether the messages would hold any weight in a courtroom, or if they were more of a public relations issue. Some suggested that the leak was strategically timed, perhaps to weaken Blake's credibility or to put pressure on her legal team. Others argued that the exposure of private messages was an invasion of privacy, and that regardless of their content, they should never have been publicized. The media thrives on conflict and contrast. On one side of the coverage, Blake Lively was portrayed as a victim of a privacy breach. On the other side, she was painted as a star whose behind-the-scenes behavior might not match her polished public image. Both angles generated attention. Both kept the story alive. This constant coverage created what we often call a media storm. It is not simply about reporting the facts. It is about creating narratives that keep audiences invested. For a celebrity like Blake, who has carefully built her reputation, this storm can be both damaging and exhausting. If the media shaped the narrative, the audience amplified it. Social media platforms turned the leaked messages into a viral talking point. Hashtags began trending as users on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok posted their own interpretations. Some defended Blake, passionately pointing out that anyone's private words could be misrepresented if taken out of context. Others were quick to criticize, suggesting that the messages revealed a side of her that fans had never seen before. What makes social media powerful is the speed at which information spreads. A screenshot or short clip can be shared millions of times within hours. In Blake's case, this meant that the leaked messages were dissected not just by journalists or legal experts, but by everyday people around the world. Fan accounts speculated on motives. Critics connected the leak to ongoing legal strategies. Meme creators added humor to the situation, turning a serious issue into viral entertainment. The discussion also highlighted a broader cultural question. How much privacy should celebrities be allowed to keep in a world where everything can be leaked, shared, and analyzed instantly? The debate went beyond Blake herself. It became a conversation about fame, the price of stardom, and the relentless curiosity of audiences. For Blake, this wave of social media reaction represented a new challenge. Legal battles are fought in courtrooms. Public battles are fought online. Winning in one arena does not guarantee victory in the other. And for a star, her level of public opinion matters just as much as legal outcomes. The most pressing question when private messages surface during an ongoing dispute is simple. Do they matter in court? Lawyers and analysts quickly debated this point when the alleged messages tied to Blake Lively came to light. In legal cases, not all evidence is admissible. For private messages to play a role, they must be authenticated. That means the court must be confident that the messages are real, unaltered, and relevant to the case. Without authentication, they may generate headlines, but they may not have any direct impact on legal outcomes. Still, their existence is important. Even if the court does not accept them, the opposing side can use their presence as leverage in negotiations. They can shift strategies knowing that public perception is already being influenced. Legal battles are not only fought with documents and testimony, they are also fought with timing pressure and the weight of publicity. Attorneys often warn clients about the risks of digital communication. Every text, every email, every message sent online can later resurface. For celebrities, this risk is even greater. Their words carry more weight because of their status and visibility. A message that may seem casual or private in the moment can be interpreted very differently when displayed in the courtroom of public opinion. For Blake Lively, the leaked texts are therefore a double-edged sword. If proven authentic, they could be scrutinized line by line. If proven false or misleading, the very act of their leak could still damage her reputation. Either way, the legal significance blends with the cultural significance, making this case a prime example of how the modern justice system overlaps with celebrity culture. Blake Lively has spent years cultivating a reputation that goes beyond her acting career. She is admired as a fashion icon, a dedicated mother, and the witty partner of Ryan Reynolds. This image is not accidental. It is a result of consistent choices, careful public appearances, and a balance between openness and privacy. When leaked messages enter the picture, that balance is disrupted. The public is suddenly offered a version of the celebrity that is unfiltered and unpolished. Whether accurate or not, it clashes with the idealized image people have come to know. This creates what media scholars call image dissonance. Fans struggle to reconcile the star they admire with the star they see in leaked materials. Public image is fragile. A single story can undo years of positive perception. That is why celebrities employ publicists, crisis managers, and legal teams to control narratives. In Blake's case, the challenge is amplified because she has always been seen as relatively scandal-free. She is not known for controversies or feuds. She is known for elegance. That makes the current storm more dramatic because it feels so out of character. The struggle is not just about headlines. It is about trust. Audiences invest emotionally in celebrities. They feel a connection through film, social media, and interviews. When that trust is shaken, it affects how people view not only the person, but also their work. A fan who feels disappointed may be less excited about a new project. A sponsor may hesitate before attaching their brand to the star. A director may question whether the attention around the actor will benefit or harm a film's promotion. For Blake Lively, the path forward involves not only resolving the legal case, but also rebuilding and protecting her image. The messages may fade from the news cycle eventually, but the impression they leave behind could linger for much longer. When a celebrity faces controversy, the reaction within Hollywood can be just as revealing as a public response. The entertainment industry is a tightly knit web of actors, directors, producers, and publicists. Everyone knows that today's headline could be tomorrow's career turning point. Within Hollywood, Blake Lively is regarded as a professional who has navigated fame with dignity. Colleagues who work with her often describe her as committed, hardworking, and reliable. That makes the news of leaked messages even more surprising. For some insiders, the leak is viewed as an unfortunate side effect of stardom rather than a reflection of her character. At the same time, the industry is pragmatic. Studios and production companies are always calculating risk. When an actor becomes the center of negative publicity, the question arises, will this affect box office sales? Will sponsors back away? Will the audience still support upcoming projects? This calculation is not personal. It is business. That is why every headline is scrutinized by executives who must decide whether to move forward confidently with a star or take a cautious step back. In Blake's case, many believe her established reputation and loyal fan base give her an advantage. She has built years of goodwill, which cannot be undone overnight. However, the longer the legal battle continues, and the more the leaked messages remain in the spotlight, the harder it becomes for her team to keep future projects free from distraction. The leaked messages linked to Blake Lively have sparked a larger conversation that extends beyond one celebrity. It touches on the issue of privacy in the digital age. For decades, celebrities have struggled with paparazzi photographers chasing them and tabloids publishing rumors. But the digital era has introduced a new dimension. Now, private conversations can be captured, stored, and leaked with just a few clicks. This raises a difficult question. How much privacy should a public figure be allowed to maintain? Some argue that celebrities choose a life of fame and therefore accept a loss of privacy as part of the deal. Others insist that fame should not erase basic rights. Everyone deserves private communication without fear that it will one day be broadcast to millions. Legal experts warn that the rise of leaks is not just a celebrity problem. It affects anyone who uses technology. Texts, emails, and direct messages all leave a digital footprint. For celebrities, the consequences are magnified because of the public's endless fascination with their lives. But the lesson applies universally. In a connected world, privacy is fragile. For Blake Lively, the situation highlights this conflict sharply. She is not the first star to face leaked messages, and she will not be the last. The discussion around her case is part of a broader cultural reckoning. How do we as a society balance curiosity with respect? How do we value transparency without crossing into exploitation? These are the questions that emerge every time a leak reshapes a celebrity story. One of the most powerful forces in modern celebrity culture is a fan community. Blake Lively has millions of supporters around the world who admire her for her worker style and her personal life with Ryan Reynolds. These fans do not simply watch her movies. They create online spaces dedicated to her career, share every magazine cover she appears on, and defend her fiercely when she faces criticism. When the leaked messages emerged, her fan base reacted quickly. On platforms like Twitter and Instagram, many fans push back against negative headlines, arguing that the leaks were either taken out of context or released with the intention of harming her reputation. Fan accounts posted threads explaining why the timing of the leaks seemed suspicious. Others highlighted her years of positive contributions to entertainment and philanthropy as proof that she should not be judged by unverified texts. But online communities are not monolithic. Alongside defenders, there were also critics. Some claim the messages revealed a side of Blake that contrasted with her polished